Hey all, Double 18 Seth Shadow here. I'm doing my Market Watch a day earlier than usual. I don't know, inspiration just hit to do it for today. So, let's go ahead and get into it. We are in the release weekend of Destined Showdown, which is Divine Set 4, and boy did prices take a massive downturn on base rarity. We were talking about how pricing was pretty high on pre-order as comparison to Dimensional Transcendence, which was our last set. And now, while they're still more expensive overall compared to set 3, they're still significantly lower than before. So just going over the first page, for instance, we've got Veterock Dragon and Twin Pulsive Dragon, which were, I'd say they were the highest pre-orders that we saw. And now both of them are underneath $10, and they both have over 20 listings available apiece. Then you've also got Onfall Antogaster, which is a Levy Dress support card. This one is currently around $6 to pick up. Levy Dress himself is as low as $6. The market price is actually under $6 right now too. I would be careful though, that one is at 14 listings, and with set 5 bringing it new support, that could see a buyout pretty quickly. Alcabera is significantly lower than before, even though it was already under $10. Now its base listing and market price are both under $5. Impaldo also took a massive drop off after I talked about how no one was buying it the day I had done my market watch, and that was Sunday, so the end of the pre-release period. The card is now $5 and the market price is currently $4.72. Alden is $4.50 base, market price $4.80, so also under $5. Some other support cards like Drag Ritter Shalub and Heavenly Blade of Liaison Razanel. Razanel is $5, but Shalub is currently $4.20, market price $4.61. Leonorn support card Lagris is $2.29 base, and the market price is under $3. And then Foxhill, which is a double rare for Levy Dress as well, $2 right now. Also want to point out the Infinite Eye marker. So I didn't buy any boxes of this set. Actually earlier today I decided to pick up 2 anyway, because I do want to pick up a few of the commons in this set. But the thing about the Infinite Eyes marker, if anyone recalls set 9 with the Dragon Tree markers, and I called this out on my Twitter as well, hopefully these are 1 per box at the very least, given that Levy Dress is the only deck that's going to use these. But at the same time, if they're not printing that many of them among the boxes, we could see a spike in price like with how the Dragon Tree markers used to be, until those got printed into oblivion between sets all the way up to set 13. But right now the Infinite Eyes marker is actually over $1.50. I would assume you need at least 4 of these. I don't think you really need any more, but I mean the maximum amount you could use is 10. Then we've got Catalyst, which is a Reziel support card. This one's a double rare. Or no, it is a triple rare, my mistake. And then it's just above $3 to pick up. Lysophiel, which is the new Lyrical Monastery, Destined unit, is $4 to pick up right now, and the market price is also under $5. Quick check on the second page. Right, and you also have the new Hot Stamp energy markers that are available in this set. So we've got Hikari Myodo at $133 right now. $135 is the market price. The DSR of Levy Dress is currently at $277, whereas his character, Quan, is currently at $87 for his energy marker. Let's see what else we got here. Nebula Invoke Dragon for Impaldo. That's $1 to pick up right now. I would assume that would get lower. There's also Diablos Playmaker Ellie, which it's actually not a bad support card. I'm a little surprised it's around $1 to start with. We'll see where that goes later down the line. The frame rare of Full Knowledge Foxhill is currently at $4. The silver rare's got to be somewhere, but we are going to stop there and move from here. But safe to say, we are seeing a major drop-off with set 4 right now, but don't let your guard down. A lot of these cards will be popular going forward regardless. Panther Ray is the next card. Now that Impaldo is out, I wanted to revisit this one as its price had seen an increase over the last few months. This is from set 5 and only comes out of set 5 as a double rare. $6.59 base price and the market price is around $6.50, and we just saw a lot of sales between the last few days. 28 copies sold. And then the high on this has been $8.75. In terms of what's available, they are consolidated around $7 right now. Next thing I want to talk about is Dragonic Overlord The End specifically, because there's been some interesting movement on the top end for this card. Now, the regular SP has been seeing movements between like $20 to all the way to $50 overall, and now we've got a lot of listings sitting around 30-ish, 35. And then when it comes to the 10th rare SP, that's not too far away right now in terms of where its value is, but this one has never really been above $70. So ultimately, I think the 10th rare SP is a nice pickup, although Dragonic Overlord The End is not really seeing much support down the line, so it's more or less just collectible. But to that same point, there's also the secret rare, which is currently on massive buyout status, where the market price is now $255, but the lowest listing to pick up right now is $419, almost at least. Which is odd to see, given that Overlord The End doesn't have any new real support coming. So again, it's really just a collector's grab at this point. And Overlord The End is a big collector's item in the Vanguard market, so not too surprising, but I can't see this selling at $400, at least not yet. In comparison, we've also got Phantom Blaster Overlord from set 5, where the secret rare of this one is currently $160 to pick up and the market price is $136. This one's more reasonable, but again, outside of Dimensional Transcendence getting us a generic Shadow Paladin Searcher, Overlord really hasn't seen any new support. The regular triple rare of Overlord is currently at $8, and the SP of Phantom Blaster is currently at $46, but a market price of $27. I haven't tracked this one's price movement that much. I'm just more of an Overlord The End fan in general. But the 10th rare SP is not too far away from the regular SP, I will note that. $53 for $19, and then the market price there is $36.41, so the 10th rare SP is probably your better bet if you actually want to have the poster icon Ren in the artwork. But to be fair, I definitely like the artwork of the SP a whole lot more. Protection Twincast. I know I did cover this once or twice overall, but I wasn't really paying attention to just how much this card had gone up. So Twincast is now a base of $15, and the market price is now $9, so overall $10 is pretty fair for this card, given that it's used in a lot of different decks and has great utility. $15.24 is a consolidation price. There are 11 copies on that listing, but the only other listing available is $30. Freezing Wave from Illusionless Stripe. This is a common that's used in Brandt Gate. Typically, you can use this with Eva or Archetype more often than not because it needs rested orders in order to power up. It is a near 50-cent common card, although quantities have been lowering in the amount that they've sold in a little while. But even so, the market price is currently 44 cents, and there are no listings underneath that point. They're consolidated more around 54 cents and then eventually $1. I mean, I suppose the real play here is to use this as a tech against Bladmire, but otherwise it's also just a really good shield value for anything that has rested orders. I was a little surprised to see that this card is still as cheap as it is. Carefree Afterclass Hewlett. With Kyrie getting a lot more popularity, this card is a pretty nice support card. And on top of that, between its regular double rare all the way to its silver rare, everything is still underneath $1 and still has a lot of listings. So if you are looking to max out Kyrie, it's really cheap to pick up this card. Defensing Roar, which is a common that came out of set 11, is still underneath 40 cents for its market price. But if you do have the promo variant, apparently people are buying that for over $1. Don't know why, but apparently that's what's happening. 143 is the current base price, and there are no listings on the foil right now. That one has a market price of almost $11. So at this point, you can just pick up the set 11 version. There's really no difference in picking up the promo versus that, and the original is cheaper. If you want the foil, that's a different story. Lady Orions, which is the order cycler for Dark States. This one has been seeing spikes and drops here and there every single time we see a new Dark States support hype. We saw it with Vladimir. We saw it with Oda Liel, right? For set 5 upcoming. But the thing about this card is that while it's good, its cost is way too high for a Dark States deck. So ultimately, you might end up playing it here and there, but I'm pretty sure you'll more or less end up swapping it out for something else, because that Soul Blast 3 is heavy. Actually, it's Soul Blast 4 when you consider its main effect too, so yeah. Right now, the price is $11, and the market price has been taking a bit of a dip, but it's still at the $11 rate. And in terms of what's available right now, most of them are around $13 to $15, which honestly, I could see this card continuing to drop anyway. Like I said, even after players tested, I feel like this card is just too costly to play in Dark States, which has a heavy reliance on Soul. Another card that has gone back up with Impaldo, Bipolar Nebula, which is the Blitz Order Searcher for Blitz Order Cycler, is $3 right now, $4 with a market price of $170. However, the market price took a massive downturn after the end of August, and it was able to be picked up in chump change range at some point. Now we're back up to $3 to $4, but just like with Orions, I really don't think this price is sustainable. This is another card where I just don't think Impaldo can really make good use of it. Soul Funeral Dragon Nocturiso has gone up in value again and now has a base of $44. For reference, this is the Rider Strider fodder from set 13 for Dark States. I mean, Harry is coming up, so I can definitely see that being a big part of it. And of course, with Michiru coming in the next season of the anime, this card we'll probably see a lot more play if Drajewel sees more support. $44 is the base price, and we're looking at $50 for a lot of the later listings here. The number of listings is down to 7, so I mean, this card has never been cheap, so if you never picked it up before, I don't blame you, but unfortunately, I don't see it going anywhere but up from here, but at the very least, I don't think it can go any higher than 50. With all the Diablos support that we've been seeing recently, I wanted to revisit Viamont's Bruce, which now it's a $10 card on the original Dragon Tree Invasion triple rare right now, and there is a DSR for it in the same set at $72. The FFR is only a little bit higher than the triple rare at $15 base price, but interestingly, the triple rare and the FFR only have 8 listings apiece for a total of 16 listings. The SIR of Viamont's Bruce is completely out of stock right now at a market price of about $14, and the secret rare version, which also comes out of triple rare drive, is currently at $54. So Diablos just keeps on getting some new nice stuff here and there. We have the promo that just came out, and we just got a new support card in Divine Set 4. So watch out for this card. Talking a little bit, I mean, Mire Mine, the alternate draw trigger promo that you can pick up for picking up from the Bushiroad store. Now, there are tons of these alternate art promos, so I can't really go over too many of them, but safe to say, any of the big character cards are still anticipated to be lots more money. Mine, as in particular, is currently at $171, and we have seen, 10 sales of this card at a low of $150 and a high of $225. And just for reference, we've also got the UU alternate art crit at $140 right now with a market price of $131. For the new BCS character promos, though, Iseki Manori is now on TCG Player. There's only one listing, and it has a photo as well, at $120. But currently, this is the only character from the BCS that's right now available. The last thing I want to talk about today is, excuse me, just a quick thing in regards to the glitters. With Divine Set 6 coming, I am going to make one prediction where all of the original grade 3s from Set 5 will probably get replaced. If anyone's interested in hearing more of my theory on that, I can make a separate video of it or just a discussion, but just let me know what you think about that. Ultimately, what I'm thinking is the Divine Set 6 units will take on the name of the originals from Set 5, so that the Set 11 and promo cards that are associated with the Superior rides will continue to see play down the line. That's my thought on how they'll end up working. Although with Tigreya, I'm not really sure, because that one is an oddball to begin with. In any case, though, between Eva, Tamayura, Chaos, and Roroa, that's my theory as to how it's going to go, and if anyone's interested to hear more about that, I can make a separate video if anyone's interested. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys later.